Hello guys, today I would like to give you another honest opinion about the tank T54 Mode 1 Tier 8 Premium tank, if it's worth your 50 bucks. So what is it about? It's supposed to be an armored medium tank at Tier 8. Armor is quite nice over here. I will go into statistics first. And let's compare it to its rival, which is T44. Both of them set to the same configurations. With food. And on T44 you have two options for two top guns. I've got the one that's comparable to T54 Mode 1. There's another boomstick with 400 alpha damage, which is just a different story. And I played both tanks quite well, quite a lot. T54 was my first Tier 8 overall, getting to T62A, and T54 was my first premium tank. So let's get to the gun. Firepower, overall, it says that T54 is better. And it is better, because it has better DPM. It has better reload time, respectively. It has better elevation angle, better aiming time. Those two parameters are not by much. But overall, the gun is slightly better. And penetration and damage is the same. But that DPM is something to look for. I mean, 200, that's a lot. For a tank that you get for free and tank that you get for 50 bucks. Survivability. The general stat says it's about the same. However, here T54 wins because it has better hull armor, and turret is also slightly better. However, what I can tell you from my own experience, this armor for hull does not make a big difference. You will see mostly Tier 8 and Tier 10 fights, Tier 10 tanks, and that armor is pretty much like having nothing anyways. Only where you can feel the difference is when you are playing as absolute top tier, as Tier 8 with Tier 6s, then you can feel and tank some damage. Mobility is about the same on pretty much every parameter except the main one. I think is one of the most important ones, of course. That's the top speed. Top speed on T44 is way better. This actually lets you kind of offset your bad penetration, and yeah, any tank that has less than 200 penetration is bad because you will have to find yourself shooting gold quite often. And I think a tank for 50 bucks should have at least that 200 penetration, so you can actually farm it and not go for gold that often. Because I mean, that's one of the things you're buying, you're spending 50 bucks for, right? So the top speed helps you to offset that penetration on T44. But on T54, 44 top speed is not a lot, you know. You're just like a slightly faster heavy tank, which is like bad. It should be 50 or like 49 maybe. Concealment is about the same. 1 point difference, which is not that important. Spotting radius, same thing. Just slightly better on T44, it's the same. So before I get into a fight, let's start it. I don't think that this tank worth 50 bucks because you're not even getting a skin. It's just exactly the same skin that you are getting at T44, which is for free. And T44 is better on speed, it has better gun, and that armor difference that T54 has over T44 is not big. Like, not big at all. Like, you won't feel it. Okay, let's see how this tank performs in battle. I'm not picking any of those, like, I'm not gonna play 100 games just to showcase you one of the good, like, mastery tank games. You're an average player like myself, and most of the time, because all the pros already know what they're getting, or not getting, for that matter. And they already know that this tank does not worth their 50 bucks. And I'm here to save you guys some time and money, and perhaps Wargaming can step up a little bit and offer us something better for 50 bucks than a shittier tank than a researchable version. We have plenty of lights, so I perhaps will go the hill and try to snipe from there. I don't have a good depression angle to fight hills over there. And once again, I'm not pro, but like not a stat padder pro, but I know how to play it out though, and I know its weaknesses. I played like 300 games on this one and something like 400 games on T44 already. This is not the ideal map I wanted to show you this tank on, but On the other hand, it is good that we got this map, because you will see that this map you will also get, and you are not going to be doing quite well in this map. You will be sitting on a hill sniping. Unfortunately, this is also my least favorite map, unless you are in a TD or a light tank or SPG. It's going to be hellish for the most part. Only one arty. Let's wait for backup. I cannot tank damage. I have to play short and try to snipe. Yeah, well, the funny thing is that most of reviews that I watched when I bought this tank, and it was my first one, everyone said like, yeah, it's a decent tank. It's not OP, it's a good tank. I disagree with that. I honestly disagree. For 50 bucks it can be just okay. And it's not just okay, because we already seen it that the free versions are way better. Where's he? You see? Can penetrate. Sure, it's a tier 9. Okay, there goes penetration. Of course he can penetrate me. I will have to kind of trade off. Okay, he got killed. Yeah, tier 9s and tier 8s will have no problem penetrating you. You cannot rely on your armor. You have to use your speed in order to kind of help out. Let's light them up. They are standing, waiting to farm. The Revolor is there. Perhaps I can pick over. Not gonna pick over. Let tier 10 eat the shot. And I will hit Revolores. And there we are eating a shot. 2 shots actually. And to those 2 tanks, I was actually angled. So you cannot successfully side scrape on this tank. I was angled, and they were able to easily penetrate me. So armor that you get is actually virtual armor. You cannot make any real use of it unless you are as a top tier once again. Now all I can do is just spot and play a sniper role. I wasted all my hit points. And let's do just that. Okay, let's try again. Okay. He's moving too fast for me. Okay. What's happening there? I can't trade. I have to wait for them to go on reload. Oh, there's LTTV. Let's see if I can shoot it from this bush. Sneaky bastard. Yeah. Easy penetration. As you see, you cannot tank whatsoever. And of course I haven't showed you any super pro things. That's pretty much how an average player will play it, or a new player for that matter. And of course, as a new player you will want a premium tank if you decide you like this game. A pro would probably done way better and say that this is a good tank, but it's not. It's not. Unfortunately, it's not, and I disagree. Every one of those pros can show you any tank and say that it's cool and just play it well. That is it. Have a great day.